Hi everyone, my name is Lady Shayo Imolugume and this is Lady Shayo Speaks, and I have a wonderful guest on the show today. Her name is Abimbola Soluade. She's a great friend of mine. She is an awesome person. She has achieved so many things, and you can see, behind her, she's got so many. Bimbo, can you shift a bit? Yeah, she's got so many trophies
Okay.
and awards. Wow, that is so that is. I mean, she has really done a lot. But before we go into our discussion today, I just want to talk about what Lady Child Speaks is all about. On this program, we're going to be talking about issues that affect us in the corporate space, how we can improve our careers or our businesses, as the case may be. And today we're going to be talking about vision boarding. But before we go into the discussion, I want to introduce my guest properly, and I'll just read a brief profile about her. She is, like I said, an amazing person. She has achieved so many things. So Abimbola Soluade commenced her journey in teaching 34 years ago. That's wow, that is a long time. And I can see so much experience in within that 34 years. So while preparing for the university, after graduating from the prestigious University of Ibadan, and working as a secondary school teacher for 2 years, she began her career as a top flight executive assistant and worked in that capacity for almost 20 years. Now, this is a typical example of somebody that started from, very humble beginnings. A school teacher. Some of us might have looked at that and said, oh, school teacher, I can't do that. But here is a woman that started there and grew, from there to become a chief executive and own her own business. She is now the managing director of IEJ Limited, a training, recruiting, and consulting company that helps individuals and organizations become the best versions of themselves. She continues to conduct trainings in presentation, public speaking skills, servant leadership, administrative duties like front desk professionals training, executive PA courses, customer care, supervisory skills, etiquette, time management, and other soft skills. So if you are interested in any of those courses, I want to encourage you to reach out to her. I'm going to put the link to her company in the comment section below this video. So please reach out to her. She has amazing training sessions for all of these skills, any of these skills that I've mentioned. If you are interested in any of them, please reach out to her. So I'll continue. Her company, IEJ Limited, brought Pitman Trading UK to Nigeria. Wow. And traded under the name Pitman Trading for 6 years until December 2020. So this, in addition to her previous experience relating with people of various nations during her stay in France, deepened her capacity to interact with people of diverse cultural backgrounds. So we can see my guest is really versatile. She is international. She has achieved so much. She has been on the board of BEST, the education unit of the LCCI, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, since 2017 to date, making this her third tenure on the board. She must be good if she's on her third tenure. And as a way of giving back to the community, she started the 3-month intensive life and career development program for aspiring and young entrepreneurs and has turned out 9 sets of participants. That's fantastic. So in addition, she trained an average of 400 people per year on vision boarding pro bono for 3 consecutive years. That's awesome. And today we have the privilege of having her here to talk to us about vision boarding. In her leisure moments, you will find Abimbola networking, composing songs, writing articles, or engaging in creative and interesting activities with her family. And just by way of note, Abimbola has 2 singles out on YouTube. So I encourage you to check that out on her YouTube channel. She's got 2 wonderful worship songs. I've been blessed by those songs. So in addition to being a managing director, a trainer, a coach, she's also a minister of the gospel. She's a mother. She's a wife. She's wearing so many caps. Abimbola, welcome to the show. It's my pleasure to have you here today. And I know you have so much. to share with our viewers. So just tell us one or two things about yourself. I know I've read your profile, but how would you describe yourself?
Well, thank you so much, Lady Shayo. It was a privilege. You know, when I got the call to be on your show, I felt, wow, thank you so much. It is a privilege to be with you on this show. Well, a little about myself. I don't know if there's any other thing you want me to say, but essentially, if you ask me to describe myself in a sentence, I love to say that I believe that I was born to help people and systems and organizations become the best that they can be, and on their journey be a part of their journey to help them get to the place, of their best. That's it essentially.
Absolutely marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. So let's get into the discussion. I know a vision board is like a plan, but so before we get into what a vision board is and how to make it, why from your point of view, why is planning so important? And as a person that wears so many caps, how do you plan all these different aspects and areas of your life and still, remain a force to reckon with within the corporate space?
Right. Thank you so much. Planning is obviously very important. I don't know if you got this, but I remember that in my secondary school, one of the things that our teachers would say is not planning is to pass, is already planning to fail. If you don't prepare, if you don't prepare to pass, then you have prepared. It's a choice. Like there's no middle way in these things. For me, my introduction to planning started in the home front. My mother, I remember, would say to me, before you go to bed, cut the yam and put it in the pot, water covering it overnight. When you wake up tomorrow morning, all you need to do is put fire on the pot, on the yam, and then go and have your bath. By the time you're done birthing, the yam is done.
It's ready.
You sieve it, you put it in the flask, you warm. All you need to do is to just warm the sauce, which you have made the night before, or you have kept over the weekend in the freezer and you brought out last night. Just warm the sauce and put it there. There's nothing stopping you. These were days when I used to complain, I'm the head girl in school, I have to be in school by 7:30, and then my mother would say, you ain't got no choice, you have to do breakfast. So he taught me, I would say that planning, my introduction to planning was in the home front. And definitely we can dream and have so much of vision, things that we want to achieve, probably based on the kind of things that we are seeing going on in our minds. But if you don't put a plan to it, you will suddenly realize that time will not let you achieve those things. Because we have time to compete with, we have time to work within, planning becomes very essential for whatever it is that we want to do. It doesn't matter how small. Just putting a plan makes a whole lot of change. Planning comes even in organizing in the house. Come into a space and it looks like there is no space on the table. Sometimes all you need to do is to just plan and put this here and this there. Space will suddenly come up.
Fantastic.
This is how powerful
planning is. And I like the advice you just gave. Actually, I've just taken a tip out of I didn't know that you can actually cut the yam and put it overnight. I thought that the yam might swell up, or it might not be very good anymore. But that's a good one for me. I've learned something there, that I can actually cut the yam overnight and keep it in the pot with water covering it, and then just boil it in the morning, and that would actually save a lot of time. So that's fantastic. Now let's go into the question: what exactly, for those of us that don't know, what exactly is a vision board?
Thank you. Well, a vision board is so simple. I can almost say it's as good as its name. But for the purpose of those who are just hearing it for the first time, it might be difficult to just say a vision board is what it is. It's a vision board. It's simple. If you can think of pictures that you saw in your uncle's bedroom of a car on his wall, dreaming that one day I'm going to have this kind of car, then you're on the path to understanding what a vision board is. A vision board is as simple as a collage of pictures that would depict the future you dream of.
Wow. Okay.
That's just what it is.
So it's like
Put
a picture
those things that's
of
in your mind
what
out.
I want to achieve.
What I want to achieve. This is the me. You know, oftentimes we're at, will I say, there's always that issue between where we are now and where we really want to be.
Yeah.
We know there's much more to us. A lot of people are currently going through that. They know there's much to them, but where they are does not add up. In fact, they don't look like that place. So what the vision board does is help you bring out all of those content that you have on the inside of you in pictorial form, in a picture form, and then you put it on a board. Within a board can be something as simple as A4 paper, or something as big as a cardboard, or much bigger. But that's basically what a vision board is.
Absolutely amazing. So you're saying that we are going to create a picture of our future.
Absolutely. That's it. That's just what it is.
Yeah, fantastic.
Of the future we desire.
Okay, the future we desire. We create a picture of the future we desire. And I know that the Bible talks about writing the vision and making it plain, so that he that seeth it may run. Yeah.
Let me put in a word there. That scripture is so simple, and I'm happy you went there. But as simple as it is, we don't often understand it. The Bible says, write the vision and make it plain. What that means is that the clarity you seek about the future you want is in writing. Write the vision and make it plain. That is, as you write, it becomes clearer to you.
That's a deep one.
But oftentimes we sit down and we're confused,
we don't write.
And we're wondering, but this is not very clear yet. That's why I'm not doing anything about it. It's not clear because you have not taken biro on paper. A miracle happens when you hold a pen in your hand and begin to write. Just sleep and have a dream overnight. While you're confused, take your paper and biro and write the dream. As you are writing the dream, understanding comes to you.
That's I mean, that is really, really deep. So there is power in writing. Yes. Writing that vision down, writing the plan down, writing the steps that you're going to take in achieving your goals, your aims, and your aspirations. That's, you know, and I think yes, a lot of us have plans. A lot of us, I think a lot of us are more we are more organized when it comes to business, but we're not so organized when it comes to maybe other areas of our life, other personal areas of our life. When it comes to our business, yes, we get our management teams to sit down and draw up the targets and the budgets and all of that. But when it comes to some other aspects of our life, we're not that organized and as that. So I think, like you said, writing the vision down it's critical. And when we now bring in a vision board into it, it's like you now create a picture of what you've written down that you can look at and encourage yourself to, you know, to continuously press towards what you are trying to achieve. Now, how can we create this vision board? What are the steps? I don't want to take you through an entire vision boarding process because the session, yes, I know. But for those of us watching, if you are interested in learning how to create a vision board, please feel free to contact Abimbola, and I'm sure she will be able to organize some sessions for you at a fee, I might add. These things do not come free because you're going to be taking her time, but I'm sure it's something very, very affordable. So please feel free to get across to her, and you know, she has some structured sessions where she will take you through the entire process. But for the purpose of this discussion, can you just very briefly tell us how we can make a vision board?
Okay, making a vision board is as simple as get yourself first. I advise that people should have what I call a dream book.
A dream book. Okay.
Yes,
What's a dream book?
Thank you. My definition of a dream book is that place where you dump, like a dumping site of ideas and dreams and visions that come to your mind. You can write so much. For example, you say to yourself, oh, I want to sell bridals. I want to make brides have the best day on their wedding. Because I've been to so many weddings and then I don't like the way brides come up. Some brides don't look as beautiful as they are or as they really are. And in the post, I mean, they would have paid a bride, somebody, a makeup artist
for
very heavily. So but I want to ensure that that doesn't happen again. Now, that's a beautiful dream. What do? Don't just think it in your head. Get that your dream book and write it down and say, today, put the date there and say, I want to do this. There's a problem. Identify the problem statement, write it down, and then say, this is the solution that I want to achieve. Okay. By the time this is done, brides will look like this, brides will feel like this. You have it written down. Once you're done that, so that's the first step. Once you work with your dream book, then you now get yourself the materials that you need to put a vision board together. Okay. You like a cardboard is a very simple one, but for people who are digital, quite digital, just on like your system. Exactly. If you don't know how to use Canva, you can use something as simple as a PowerPoint. You can also use a Word document.
Wow.
Exactly. I've used Word for my vision board. I've used PowerPoint before. So you can use all of that. And what you need to then do is to look for pictures that depict what you really want. You can get a picture of a very happy bride or of many happy brides. Put them together and add them, group them together in a single picture so that you have space for other things. And then put that on your vision board. Underneath that picture, you write your end sentence, which is that sentence that you had written to say that this is how you're going to recognize the difference you are bringing to the market. This is how you're going to know when you have achieved your dream. You can put 1 or 2 sentences to help you remember that's where you're going under that. Okay. And when you get that picture, if you're using a digital, if you're doing it digitally, a soft copy, obviously it's very easy to write. But for those who want to use a cardboard, what you need to do is probably type out or handwrite. Nobody should be limited by what they don't have. Okay. So just handwrite that that your end goal, write it under there. And you with a picture, you need gum, something to paste it on.
Okay.
Then you ensure that all the visions, I mean, I spoke about one, definitely you have other things you want to achieve in your life. So everything that you have put on that board, make sure that the board, you can put it somewhere you can see every day. One of my children put her vision board on her wardrobe. Now, the way her room was arranged at the time, once she wakes up and she opens her eyes, the first thing she will see is the wardrobe. And the vision board was on the door of the wardrobe. So as long as the wardrobe is closed, she will see it. Just make sure. I once put a vision board, I think my 2017 vision board was on the door of my toilet and was also my desktop, because I took a picture of it and I made a soft copy of that, and that was my desktop. So you just ensure you put it somewhere that it would like it's on your face. Every day you wake up, every day you speak to that vision, you remind yourself that this is the essence of your life. You pray about it if you are a Christian or a Muslim as well. One of my coaches was a Muslim, and one of the things she wanted to achieve was to improve her prayer life, because as a youth corper, she would pray 5 times. But now as a mom, work and all of that, taking so much time. So I taught how to do that. And it really did help her prayer life. So it doesn't matter what your religion is, but there's power in what we say. Learn affirmations, write out affirmations for that vision in your dream book, and read these things over and over to yourself every day. Of course, with the plan that you have, you must also have cut your plan into quarterly to say, if I want to achieve this at the end of the year, then I would have done this by that time. And you check yourself, Another thing to do is to make sure that you have an accountability partner. For those days when you're feeling lazy and you're not doing the things, your accountability partner can then be on your case to say how far you said you were going to do this. If you I haven't done it, what happened? Well, I ate too much, I slept. Then your accountability partner is putting on the drive, the push, and all of that. Of course, if you also engage yourself in a team of people who are together to push themselves towards achieving their vision, that would be of help. So essentially, that's it.
So now I'm going to ask you to expand on the accountability. I like the idea of the accountability partner, because I think all of us, we have those dreams, our plans, we've written them out and all of that. But, sometimes we slack back and we're like, oh, I can't, this language we use a lot, I cannot kill myself,
I cannot come and kill myself.
I cannot come and kill myself. And we kind of slack back a little bit. And at the end of the day, we don't really get to where we want to be. So now the accountability partners, can you expatiate a little bit more on that? And how can we find the right person to partner with? For example, I know some of us might feel that my visions are personal and private to me. How do you overcome that and get the right accountability partner?
Thank you. Well, first off, it's very important to be that person who has been a blessing to others, and who is consistently supporting the vision of other people. It is as we do that we get more people who are willing to stick their neck and give their best to supporting us when it is our time. For example, my accountability partner at the time was my husband. Oh my goodness, he loves me so much. He still is my accountability partners, but I have learned that in certain areas, I'm better off having somebody else.
Okay.
So, exactly, because he can be so sensitive about certain things and he's thinking things are going wrong, and when he's supposed to be patient. So you check for those things. Who is that person in your life that you are ready to also give to and give for? It's a two-way thing. Choose an accountability partner that will be willing to help you and that you also will be willing to help. When you have somebody like that and you're sending to yourselves what you're supposed to do every day, and you also have that your milestone, there's supposed to be a time that we're going to check and sit down and see how far we're going. When you have someone like that, because that person is expecting you to support them and you are also expecting them to support you, it's a continuous thing. It keeps going. Then one of the other things that I do for people who have come to say, support me for my vision board this year, is that I have a group. I call that group Doers Tribe, so that it's not a group of people that want to just talk. We want to do. So, and we pair ourselves up. We change accountability partners every year. We're not too many because we're just focused on what we want to do. But beautifully, I have gotten a lot of beautiful results. Somebody in Ireland partnering with somebody in Lagos, and they're doing it very well. I'm talking of Dublin, So space is not an issue in terms of we can't get to meet physically. All of those things have been taken away now. All you need is a heart that cares for others and is willing to be cared for and is ready to submit to correction. With that, you get so much doing.
Fantastic. I'm really interested in this. So we're running out of time, but I want to say a very, very big thank you to my guest. I have personally learned so much, and I will be contacting you about this accountability partner and of course vision boarding. And I want to encourage all of us watching us, please, achieving your goals is not as difficult as we think it is. With little steps like this and making daily contributions towards your goal, I'm sure at the end of the day, you will achieve your dreams and aspirations. And so please remember, if you need help with vision boarding, you need any of her training, I'm going to put all of the details in the video below. Please contact my guest and she will be of immense assistance to you. I want to say thank you so much, Bimbo, for joining me today. It's been absolutely awesome. I have learned so much, and I know my viewers have learned so much from you as well. Thank you so much. And so that's it from us today from Lady Shayo Speaks. I will be with you all again next week, and it's bye for now. Bye.
Thank you. Bye for now.